Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Pastor Charles Williams, and I'm the founder and the creator of the concept known all over the world today as the Amber Alert here in the United States of America and the Child Rescue Alert in other parts of the world. I am here today just to sit down and to chat with you, bring you up to date on a couple of Amber Alerts that took place over the weekend and into last week. Some with positive results, some with negative results, but here we go. Uh, Starting with the Amber Alert that was issued on last week out of the state of Connecticut for two boys that were suspected to be in grave danger after being picked up by their grandmother, and authorities could not locate the grandmother after picking them up. Well, sad and tragic end to that case was that the grandmother took the boys to a remote location and shot and killed both of her own grandsons. Okay, she shot and killed both of her own grandsons there in the state of Connecticut. And of course, it goes without saying, we ask that you would just lift up that family there in the state of Connecticut. God knows who they are, and ask that you would lift them up in your personal prayer time in your very own way. And secondly, well, first of all, let's go back to that one. Um, that raises a very real uh, concern, because what happens here is that what happened here in from viewing it, the stats and the details as we have them here, this was not a stranger danger. This was somebody that these young men, that these boys knew, and it's their grandmother, for God's sake. And what can you say? What can you do? Well, here's what I would suggest to you. If you know of someone in your family, and someone that's a family member or like a family member that is mentally unstable, maybe they're on some heavy duty medication or something, and or they're off of their medication, uh, or they have a history of being off of their medication. Don't trust your kids to people of such, because you don't know. This is how this situation happened. This is how this situation developed. She suffered from a bipolar disorder, is what we're being told, and as a result of her bipolar disorder, um, it I don't know exactly how all that works, but it caused her to take the lives of her two grandchildren. So again, I would encourage you to identify safe people that you can entrust your kids with. Identify a safe family or a safe relative that you know beyond a shadow of a doubt that you can entrust your children with, and that they won't be touched, they won't be molested, they won't be raped, or hands going where they shouldn't be going, doing what they shouldn't be doing. And so I would encourage you to do your due diligence in identifying a safe place for your children, a safe place or a safe person. The next Amber Alert came to us out of Springfield, Missouri. This happened just back over the weekend, and for a little 1-year-old uh, Ashley J. Blue, I believe it is, and the situation surrounding this case is the young man, the father, uh, took his 4-year-old son and 1-year-old little Miss Blue, and went to the Save-A-Lot food store to just kind of dash into the store to pick up a couple of things and come right back out. Well, he left the 4-year-old in the car to watch the 1-year-old, and as soon as he got out of the car, a person not known to him at that time was watching him, and as soon as he got out of the car, they ran and jumped in the car with the keys in the car. the fella left the keys in the car with the child, with the baby. And so, needless to say, the lady, she stole the car with the 4-year-old and the 1-year-old in it, and went down the road a bit, and she dropped off the 4-year-old, but she kept the 1-year-old. And after a statewide Amber Alert was issued on this 1-year-old's behalf, she later dropped the 1-year-old off, and police later found the 1-year-old freezing cold where she was, but they did indeed find her. And so this brings up another point. My goodness, how does a particular single parent, how does a single parent do it? I see people all the time. I go to Walmart, and you go in and you see like this one lady I saw. She had one baby in the store. She had one baby in the shopping cart, and 3 other kids hanging on to the shopping cart, and doing grocery shopping. And I just said, Lord God bless her, man. This is a trying time. A lot of us who maybe haven't had children or maybe had those many children don't think about things like that. I know in my life, in my family, if my wife was going grocery shopping, I stayed home with the children. If she was sending me to the store, she stayed home. But some people don't have that option. And so I would encourage you to identify, again, a safe person, a safe family, a safe church. I'm going to encourage, if you operate a daycare center, either out of your home or at a church or wherever, if you operate a child care facility, offer this service to your community. If a mother needs to go shopping and she can't take her children, and she doesn't really need to take her children for safety's sake, my goodness, open up your arms as a daycare. Open up your arms as a church with a Mother's Day Out program. Open up your arms in ways. Many of us, we have daycares and we have churches and other places like this in the community. But if you're not doing nothing to help the community, why should the community help you? That's just the way I feel about certain things like that. So back to the single parent again. Identify a safe place where you can go and drop your children off just for a couple of hours while you go and do your shopping for your family. So I would encourage you to do that. I know it's tough as a single parent. I know the things that you have to do. You see single parents all the time. I live here in Ohio now. And often when we come out of the different stores, you see a mother trying to strap her child into the back seat of a car in the freezing cold, and then put the groceries in that car, and then do all of these things, I say, where are the men in these lives? But that's a whole nother subject for a whole nother day. But in any event, I would encourage you to seek out those safe places and don't put yourself in danger. We have seen people, especially Walmart, the big box stores. We have seen people run into a store and grab a child and run back out the door. Just YouTube some of this stuff. I'm not making this stuff up. And the only reason they do that is because they feel that they can get away with it. The other thing is when you're with your child in a store, and I don't know why I'm on this soapbox, but it's just because of things in which we have seen and Amber Alerts that have been resolved, a lot of them through and using Walmart as an example. But when you take your kids with you into Walmart, don't just let your kids run off into Walmart. Please, Walmart, it is too big. They are too big to just let your children roam around in. Too many things can happen. We have heard of children being molested in the restrooms at Walmart. If your child is going into a restroom, you don't send them to the restroom. Go to the restroom with them. I don't care even if it's a church. Don't just send your child to the restroom. You go to the get up and go to the restroom with your child. Because we have heard, I could tell you of some stories that would just make the hair stand up on your head about some situations that have happened in churches that have had. Well, everybody knows about the Catholic Church, but there are Pentecostal churches that things like this have happened in, and so forth. So I'm just keeping it 100 here right now, because your child's life may hang in the balance, and I don't want to give you a false sense of security. So I encourage people to go with your child to the bathroom, and and things of that nature. Next thing I want to bring up is our conference. We have a national summit conference that's coming up May 23 and 24. That's May 23 and 24 coming up. And I would like for you to be my special guest. Okay, this is an e-summit, and all that is required is I need you to register and let us know that you're coming so that we can give you the passcode to enter. You can send your information if you're part of a group, if you're part of a child advocacy group, or if you're just a mother or a father. You can send that information to rsprings32@gmail.com. That's rsprings32@gmail.com. And once we receive your information, we will send you back the necessary passcode information that will allow you to enter the conference on those 2 days. We're going to be talking about a lot of these things, about how we can, real deal situations, and how we can keep our children safe. Okay? Everybody is trying to stop human trafficking, but I believe that if we can all come together and just sit down and just talk about this, that an answer will emerge from our conference. It was brought to my attention that a couple of years ago, the another group with the Amber Alert system had a conference, and when they had their conference, it ran up a tab of over nearly $250,000 for 2 days. Okay, I don't know what they could have been talking about for 2 days that ran up $250,000, eating fancy steak dinners, having law enforcement officials come in from across the country and paying. I don't know what all they paid for, but they were called on the carpet about it by Congress, and as a result, they made them streamline what they were going to be doing in the future. So when I saw that, I'm just being honest with you, I hit the roof. I hit the roof because we haven't benefited from it. Our children certainly hadn't benefited from it. This was just another law enforcement feel-good dinner, basically, for those who attended, and ran up on the government's dime. That's not the way the Amber Alert or anything that's associated with the Amber Alert founder is supposed to work. And so this is why it has prompted me to have our summit, the Amber Alert Founders Summit, on May 23 and May 24. That's May 23 and May 24. We encourage you to come, bring your questions, bring your suggestions. We want to hear from you, and we want you to hear from us information, real information that will help to keep your kids safe. I'm not an expert. However, I am the founder and creator of this thing called the Amber Alert, and most importantly, I am a father of 4 children and a proud father that have raised successfully 4 beautiful daughters. And I believe that my years of experience as being there as a dad will definitely come into play as we're sitting down and doing things in the conference. We're hoping to have some guests that will be attending as well. And we've sent out a few invites, and we've yet to hear back from some of them. But if not, we will go on with what we need to do, because I believe that there are children's lives that do, once again, hang in the balance of this. So we're hoping that you will make the time to drop by our conference. Again, it's an e-summit, so you do it from the comfort of your computer, from wherever you are, Barbados or over in England with the Child Rescue Alert, or down in Australia, wherever you are watching this video at. I do hear from you, and I do see you, and from time to time on the on my social media pages. We want to come together, because what works here in the U.S. will work in Australia as well. So we're looking forward to a great coming together and a great meeting of the minds as this Amber Alert Founders Summit convenes. Again, May 23 and May 24. It's going to be in the afternoon. So we have gone out of our way to try to make it as convenient as possible to receive as many people as possible, to arm you with real-time information, real-time data that will help you to save your children, or to keep your children in a safe posture at all times. Once again, my name is Pastor Charles Williams. I'm out of time here now, but I just want to sit down and chat with you. I hope I haven't bored you, and if you have any questions concerning me, you feel free to give me a call, or you can pull up our information at theamberstory.com. That's theamberstory.com. You can pull up our information right there. Go to our contact information, and we will be happy to entertain your question and or your inquiry. I know one thing. Here's something. I'll just share this with you, and then we're out of here. I was recently asked during Black History Month that by a news reporter from the state of Texas. He said, "Why is it important that people know that it was you who created the Amber Alert?" He said, "Why is that important to you?" And I responded to him. First of all, I was taken back by the audacity of him to ask such a question, but I responded to him with such. I said, "Well, why was it important that Rosa Parks said that she wasn't going to move from the front of the bus? Why was it important that Martin King said led marches across Selma? Why was it important that many of our other African American leaders did what they did? You know, and what would our world be like today if Rosa Parks never told anyone what she did? What would our world be like today if Martin King kept a dream to himself? Well, it's the same way with me. I'm only telling my story, and what would it be like if the world never knew that the Amber Alert was created by an African American man by the name of Pastor Charles Williams? There are those who would try to say that that I tried to exploit a situation and so forth. No, I did not. It's just something that happened. I just happened to be in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing, saying the right thing. And from that, the Amber Alert was born by an African American man. That's one of the best kept secrets. So when you see some of this garbage from some of my haters that are that's on the in Google or some of the other places and so forth. Had one guy tell me the other day that he's an atheist. I said, you can't be an atheist because an atheist doesn't believe in anything. So it's crazy. So we get all kinds of questions and comments and so forth. And there are those who just won't accept the black man doing anything. There are those that don't believe that President Obama is the president. So this is the kind of atmosphere that I have to deal with from time to time. But I've dealt with it for so long now. It truly means absolutely nothing at all to me, the negative comments and so forth. Just throw away the negative and live with the positive. That's the way we do, and that's the way we roll. Once again, I am out. My name again is Pastor Charles Williams. I'm the founder and the creator of the concept known all over the world today as the Amber Alert here in the United States of America, and the Child Rescue Alert in other parts of the world. I'll see you on the next time we have an Amber Alert. God bless you now. Bye-bye. Peace, and I'm out.